What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Out of the Basement. We are primarily a Black Series channel here on YouTube. Today, we're going to be discussing a very important topic in the community. We are going to be talking about the recent and second Black Series HasLab failure.
Oof.
I'm Nate, joined with Justin.
Sup, guys?
Don't forget to hit like, subscribe if you are new. So, Justin, this past week, Reva's Lightsaber, which is the Black Series Force Effects version.
Yeah, the Force Effects Elite Lightsabers.
There's a lot of words in that sentence.
There is a lot of words.
This saber was revealed at Star Wars Celebration, a HasLab that needed 5,000 backers at the price of $499.
Yep.
This past week, the lightsaber did not reach its funding goal. Didn't even come close, ending with 1,413 out of the 5,000 needed to fund the items. So this is unfortunate news. You know, it's never a good thing when something like this doesn't succeed because it just means we're going to see less of it.
Potentially, yeah.
Potentially.
Yeah.
But this is also the second Black Series failure as a HasLab, with the first being the infamous Rancor, which I'm sure we all remember.
Yeah, we were big supporters of the Rancor. We loved the Rancor. And I would even argue that this shouldn't be considered a Black Series HasLab failure.
Oh, yeah.
We'll get into that later.
Definitely.
But I don't think it's fair to just slap a Black Series failure on it, because this is a roleplay item.
For years, though, Hasbro has done this thing where they've tried to label everything Star Wars related as being a Black Series item. We had 3 3/4 inch. We had those little titanium helmets. We had the little metal figurines. We had the ships.
Yeah.
We have lightsabers, helmets.
Yeah. But yeah, it's very odd, and they've kind of shied away from doing that. They don't do the titanium series or the little ship series. Now it's just like helmets, lightsabers, and the figures.
Yeah. 6 inch.
Yeah. We'll get into that, though, a little bit later. We did want to talk about an example of a perfect HasLab. Maybe the most successful HasLab ever, at least as far as, like, it was funded within, like, what? The first few days?
It was funded within 8 hours. It was fully funded within 8 days.
Yeah. But we are talking about the Hiss tank from GI Joe.
Yep.
It looks incredible. We could talk about it a little bit. I think it's important because it's a nice looking vehicle. I am not big into GI Joe, and neither are you.
No.
But I think we both think it looks incredible.
Yeah, it does. And especially everything that you get with it for the price. It's absolutely worth it. And just the overwhelming support. It was like, God, we just need this.
It has
for Star Wars.
Yeah, so it's basically a tank that has working tracks on it.
Yep.
There is lights like on the inner console. There is a headlight that beams like a Cobra logo on the ground. Comes with a driver, so it already came with a figure. The stretch goals, you know, again, I'm not familiar with GI Joe, but they look appropriate.
Yeah.
It's like little rockets and things. There's even an additional figure or two.
There's a couple more figures coming with the set. So it's fully loaded for the $300 that it went for. And it's really not surprising that it did fund. I think what is surprising is how quickly it did. Just because when you look at the actual size of the Hiss tank, it's kind of small.
Yeah, there's a really nice comparison photo on the Hasbro Pulse HasLab page of the driver, which is just your standard 6-inch GI Joe figure, standing right next to the tank. And I was like, damn, it ain't even that big. Rancor was, you know, a lot bigger, and Razor Crest and everything.
Yeah.
And, well, it is only $299.
Right.
Which is $50 away from what the Rancor was. And another thing to keep in mind, Hasbro owns GI Joe.
Yeah.
Just like they own Power Rangers, so they're not restricted in that way, you know, not paying licensing fees and stuff like that. You know, they don't have anyone to answer to with, like, GI Joe. That's
why you always get more bang for your buck in the Classified series and in the Lightning Collection. It's because they don't have to pay licensing fees.
But Nate, why does Marvel Legends come with a bunch of accessories.
Sees recent Marvel Legends figures that come with nothing now.
And it's like Marvel, Lucasfilm.
Yeah.
Okay? We don't know how any of this works. I think it's important to just accept that. We are ignorant of the way that these things work. So it just sounds weird to be like, this is why this happens. It's like, you gotta think about the bigger picture here. Think about stuff like that. But yeah, as of today, there's well over 16,000 backers. And
fully funded.
Is like around 5 weeks to go still.
Yeah.
All the tiers are unlocked and everything.
So the takeaway from the GI Joe Hiss situation and why we brought it up is that there is clearly a demand for 1/12 scale vehicles. Now, there is some discussion to be had specifically with Black Series 1/12 vehicles. But clearly there is a demand, even though this is GI Joe. I would have to imagine there's plenty of overlap between GI Joe and Star Wars fans.
Yeah.
So I really think that if they did the right vehicle for the right price and 6-inch scale, that we could see an actual successful Black Series HasLab, which I think that's the next move we need to make. For the next HasLab, they should definitely go the vehicle route.
But right out of the gate, I'm going to say it, ATST.
ATST, I think, is the most logical HasLab they could do next. 2 reasons. Obviously, one, it's not too big. It's pretty big, but it's not too big.
Yeah, it still is pretty big.
Yeah, but it would be manageable, I think.
There is a Black Series 3 3/4 inch ATST, and it's big, but I'm like, blow that up.
Yeah, it's manageable.
Yeah.
Next year is also the 40th anniversary of Return of the Jedi, so it would be the perfect time to announce an ATST HasLab.
Mm-hmm.
You know, time it with the 40th anniversary. Already let us know that it comes with the pilot figure, and it's a brand new figure.
Yeah.
And it's not on a retro card. It's just open. Because why would you want to destroy that? Just give me the figure loot.
Yeah, ATST driver is a must to come with the ATST. I think a problem with HasLab is people get too caught up with the tiers.
Yeah.
Though I do have ideas for the tiers, but again, like, if they don't do these specific tiers, I'm not going to be pissed off and be like, I'm not backing this because it's not my 6-inch $350 Ula figure.
Right. The only thing that would concern me about doing another OT vehicle is when we look back at all of the vehicles that we've had in the line already, besides 2. They've all been OT, and every single one of them has gone on deep, deep discount.
Yeah, even the Snow Speeder.
Snow Speeder, Luke's Land Speeder, even the Dewback hit clearance. So even the things that you think would be super hot, super desirable are constantly going on clearance. So maybe an OT vehicle would not be a good idea. Maybe we could get a prequel vehicle, and I think the perfect prequel vehicle could be the Jedi Starfighter, Jedi Interceptor, whatever you want to call it.
I would love to see that.
Start with Anakin. Give us a nice, new, big, well-painted ship. Brand new Anakin figure with an alternate pilot head because we need the thingy.
The headset thing.
You need the headset thingy.
Yeah. Back to just to jump around to your previous point real quick. That is why we don't see vehicles in the Black Series anymore.
Right.
It's because they don't sell. What sells, that's how the market is dictated. So if you want to see more vehicles, support the vehicle line.
We got to show up. I mean, it is your right to wait for a sale, and we certainly have waited for sales on plenty of the vehicles ourselves. But yeah, at this point,
Snow Speeder not even Snow Speeder 120 worth every single penny. That Snow Speeder is incredible.
I bought Dewback at full price, and I bought Snow Speeder at full price.
Yeah, and it's like Dewback is dope too.
Yeah, Dewback is randomly amazing. I wish I would have got more.
Yeah, and that's the thing with an ATST is maybe people would want more than one.
Yeah, get 2 for the Imperial Army. You always got to have 2 of everything.
And that's the thing. It's also Imperial, so it's like Rancor is just like Jabba's pet Rancor in the Rancor pit.
It definitely would have wider appeal.
I feel like an ATST would have wider appeal, and then Rancor almost funded. So they should learn from their marketing, their piss-poor marketing mistakes from the Rancor, and yeah, I think an ATST could work. But I also think Hasbro needs to understand that us prequel generation children. We are all grown up now, and we have irresponsible amounts of adult money at our disposal. And I truly do think prequel fans would show up to back Anakin's Jedi Interceptor from, like you were saying, Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah.
I'm already thinking newly tooled Anakin, like you said.
Mm-hmm.
Buzz droid.
Buzz droid. How about a tier of a brand new sculpted R2 astromech that will be released in the main line later?
Yeah.
But maybe has some like cool metallic paint.
Yeah, and the whole thing could just look incredible based on how all these other HasLabs look.
Yeah.
That did fund, and they do, like the Razor Crest. Looks amazing. I love the look of that TVC Razor Crest. And yeah, those are pretty much our two main ideas.
Yeah.
That we think could work as a Black Series HasLab. Rancor literally almost made it. So I think something a little bit more iconic and some proper marketing, and just don't do the cardboard backdrop. I know.
Just include it.
People who just include it, because people like us who shoot like YouTube videos, we were like, oh, cardboard backdrop, awesome.
I was so ready for that cardboard backdrop. I'm not gonna lie.
But like the majority of people, it's like cardboard.
I get
lame.
it.
Like I
it.
totally get it. I also wanted to talk a little bit about the actual like Reva lightsaber and how I'm like, I don't even think that should be used as an example to dunk on the Black Series and its chances of getting another HasLab.
Yeah.
Considering this the second failed Black Series HasLab, I don't buy it. I'm sorry. The Black Series is a 1/12 scale action figure line. We aren't even really associated with the helmet line or the lightsaber, the Force FX Elite lightsabers. Take that Black Series logo off of that stuff and just differentiate the products. Just call it the Force FX Elite lightsabers by Hasbro.
Right. They already have
the helmet
name.
series.
They already have names.
How is it fair that this random ass roleplay item that, for the record, there is no Black Series roleplay item that would back at $500.
Yep.
There is no blaster. There is no lightsaber. There is no helmet that ever would have backed at $500.
Yeah.
I don't think it... If the Vintage Collection randomly had... Like, that's something that the Vintage Collection doesn't have. They don't have the burden of having these, like, other, like... Oh, it's a Vintage Collection roleplay item, HasLab. That's a fail on TVC. Like, that wouldn't be fair either. So, I don't even consider this a Black Series failure. To me, the Black Series, overwhelmingly, it's a 1/12 line of figures.
Yeah. And I definitely agree with you, but we don't know how Hasbro is going to see it, or how the suits, the higher-ups at Hasbro are going to see it.
Please understand that it's not the roleplay line.
Yeah, I think at the very least, if they are struggling to figure out what Black Series collectors really, truly want as a HasLab, then maybe they could do a HasLab vote. Give us a few options.
Yeah.
And then whichever one gets the most votes, that's the one that launches into the HasLab campaign. Granted, it still has to, fund and all that stuff, but maybe that's the solution.
Yeah.
But I definitely think that there's still potential out there for a Black Series HasLab, and I really think that they should try and do a vehicle, like we said, ATST, Jedi Interceptor, something like that, that could totally be done in a 1/12 scale, and it wouldn't be ridiculously huge or cost an insane amount of money.
Right. But yeah, that's just the new kind of crusade that I'm on. Like, that's not fair to call it a Black Series failure. It's a Force FX Elite lightsaber failure.
Yeah.
It's like TVC doesn't have that burden. Like, we have that extra baggage of like having all these other things associated with the Black Series. I'm like, but it's not a 1/12. It's not a creature, a diorama, a vehicle. And clearly there is a pretty huge demand for a vehicle with the GI Joe HasLab, the Hiss tank, exploding with backers. Thousands and thousands. Like I said earlier, over 16K as of right now with 5 weeks to go. There's clearly a demand for it. So I think if they stuck with a vehicle or a creature... Just don't do a helmet.
Yeah.
Don't do a lightsaber. Could you imagine if the next HasLab is a helmet?
That'd be hilarious. They do like
I'd be like, bro, stop.
Like a real metal clone trooper helmet or something.
It's real Beskar.
Yeah, it's real Beskar. Something like that.
Yeah.
But
it was never a good idea to do a roleplay
absolutely.
item.
And again, I just hope that Hasbro doesn't take this the wrong way and think that there's just no demand for a Black Series.
They've got it. Like, at the end of the day, Hasbro is an actual corporation. Like, marketing teams, they have like entire like roles of people just dedicated to like all this analytical marketing information. Like, I gotta think they know like your average Black Series collector. I'm just looking at this wall over here. I'm like, that's what the Black Series is right over there. Yep. It's not these random helmets and lightsabers that are cool, but just there's nothing wrong with taking that Black Series logo off. It's the same product. We shouldn't be associated with it when it comes to like, yeah, you shouldn't get another HasLab because you've had 2 failures in a row. I'm like,
yeah,
is it really 2 failures in a row?
Right.
Come on.
So basically, Hasbro, it's time to stop calling the roleplay items Black Series items. Let's just focus on Black Series being the 1/12 scale figures, because people out there are using this as an opportunity to dunk on the line, and it's like you said, it's a lightsaber. It's not the figures. The Rancor would have backed if it literally had 10 extra minutes on the clock.
like maybe 10, 15 minutes.
It would have fully funded. So,
well, not fully. Like all the tiers and all that.
Right, but you know what?
Yeah.
You know it. So I think Hasbro, you should really give us another shot. Either give us a vote so that we can all come together as a community and decide what the next HasLab should be, or again, try out a vehicle. ATST, Jedi Interceptor, those are realistic, doable,
iconic.
Absolutely. And yeah, I think that we should take this moment not necessarily as an L, but maybe as a let's just go back to the figures. Yeah. No more roleplay items.
Yeah, because that was a pathetic attempt.
Yeah, they really...
That was a pretty pathetic attempt at HasLab. I almost think they were just doing it to gauge the demand.
Right.
Like, it wasn't even like a campaign or anything. I'm like, what are you guys doing?
Because they never did a live stream about it. They had the one Star Wars Celebration video, and that was it. And then they reposted it.
When they were surrounded by people, they're like, hey, guys. Yeah. And you can't even hear anything. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Very... extremely minimal effort. And again, we don't know how their relationship is with Lucasfilm.
Right.
We don't know the relationship with Lucasfilm and Hasbro, and then like Marvel and Hasbro, and then obviously Hasbro owns GI Joe, so they can do whatever they want.
So yeah, we just wanted to have a little video since we are a Black Series channel, and this is technically a Black Series HasLab. Unfortunately, but we thought we'd make a video, give our thoughts on it, and maybe what Hasbro can do the next time around to have a successful Black Series campaign, because I know there are plenty of collectors just like us that are Black Series collectors that do love the 1/12 vehicles and want more.
Mm-hmm.
So if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe if you are new. We're always talking about Star Wars, the Black Series here on the channel. If you would like to support us directly, we do offer a channel membership for 99 cents a month. You get a custom Clone Trooper name badge and custom emojis that you can use on our videos and in our live streams, which are every single Sunday at 1 p.m. We are also doing a 200 channel member giveaway, so if you'd like to be entered in that, there is a link down in the description to join our membership. We also do have merch. We got a shirt, hoodie, coffee mug, sticker.
There's a shirt right there.
Link in the description if you are interested in that as well. Big thank you to our current channel members, though. Your continued support is truly fantastic and appreciated. And of course, thank you to everyone else out there for watching, liking, and subscribing. All that good stuff. We love each and every one of you. I'm Nate, joined with Justin.
See you guys later.
And we will see you all next time on Out of the Basement.